Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of How Do I Do That? How do I make that? Well, I want to know. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about windows. And today is St. Patrick's Day, and hence the green glasses. So, happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I moved my camera. Gosh darn it. Anyways, so that's okay. We'll just turn around and we'll just look at these windows. So this is your basic window off the asset store. It's totally free. You can take it apart by ungrouping the items and then pulling the black part out, which is in there, and then dyeing that blue to give you a kind of a blue glass look. I guess it does matter if I close that or not. So today we're going to be talking about that, how we can go from that to maybe, oh, look at that. We can see a cheeseburger just floating there behind the window. Isn't that something? Or to even something like this. Now, I will admit, at the time of making this video, I did not think about putting a giant cheeseburger behind the window. So that's why this is not see-through, but more of a stained glass look. If I had thought about the cheeseburger, this would have been stained glass. But you might be asking yourself, how can I put a big giant cheeseburger behind some glass and have it see through from a distance? Well, I'm going to tell you how, and it is with this free asset in the Aspect library, and it has the most amazing name, the Transparency Window Making something tool. It's like really long, so all you see is and then you see this, and that, I don't know what that is. What is this? But I'm gonna tell you what this is. This is how you can make glass for your windows in Horizon without any extra stuff. Now, you could go in depth about the hex codes and how to change that, and I might mention it, but this is the base hex code for this color here. If we were to change the letters, we could change the color. If you have a color you like at home and you want to bring it into Horizon World, you can get a hex code like indicator, scan that, get the actual hex code, and bring that into Horizon, because all color has been digitalized, and we can get the coruscanting. No, not Coruscant. The matching code that goes with it. So let's just get how this works. So this is your 3 color choices with a 4th block, and the 4th block is interesting because that changes the intensity. So you can make darker windows, lighter windows. You can pick up the blue block. Whoops. Kind of make it a little more bluer. Add in a little light color, kind of still make it see-through, and then you can just kind of mix these colors in here as you like until you get that nice hue. Now, when you're building, one of the most annoying thing is having to change positions so that you can do something. When you get into that mode of building, you want to just stay big and not have to drop down. So the great thing about this tool is that we can use this while we're big. So let's go big. So now we're big. We can just come down here too and still use the tool and just move the pieces how we want. That way we can still stay within our art space. I don't know how to explain it. You know, if you know. You know, you get into that mindset where you're just building and you don't want to, that's kind of a nice rosy gold. You don't want to go back down, and because it throws your groove off. So this is nice that you can still use this while in build mode. So then what you're going to do is you're going to just stick your hand in here and you're going to get this nice bubble, and you're just going to, whoops. Let's make sure we're in duplication mode first. So let's make sure that's green. So we're just going to go in here and we're going to just pull that right out, and look at that. We have now a perfect piece of glass. We didn't mean to make 2 copies, so we'll make sure we're back in grab mode. And then we can just do something like this. We can just take the box and squish it down, but let's not do that just at the moment because we need to actually move it around a little bit. And it's a lot easier when there is some more girth to it, thickness. I don't know the word you want to use for that. So then what we could do is we just come over to where we would like to put it, and we just kind of line it up, and then we kind of do this. You put it here, snap that in there. Well, it's a little off, so let's just undo it, and we'll do it freehand. Kind of move that down. Reach in there, grab that. Hope we don't destroy the whole thing. Then come in here. We'll bring that bottom part out because that's never good when things flicker. And then you just slide that right in. And there you go. Look at that. We made a purple mix by mixing the two colors on there. And now, is it still see-through? Yep, I can still see my giant cheeseburger. So, free asset, super easy to use, no hassle, except now we come to the part where we need to make sure that we don't lose that color. Sure, we could come over here and write the hex code for this exact color, but the whole point of being within the reality for me is to stay immersion, and I don't want to take my headset off. So what could I do to make sure that that doesn't change? So what we're going to need to do is we're going to actually pull that glass out. Okay. And this is why you wanted it to be still has some thickness, because this part is really hard if you push it into flat. It's so flat, it's almost too thin to even just trying to get your pointer finger in there so that you can open the properties. And the reason we want to go to the properties is, oh, lo and behold, it's actually still attached to the toy, the window, transparent window making apparatus tool. And so when we're changing the colors on this, the colors over here are still changing. So what we need to do, super easy, we just come up here to attach scripts, and we're just going to take that script right off. Boom. Now the script is just a text module. That's all it is. It's just pure text. And right there is the hexagon code for the text. Well, I guess it's different now because we've moved it. But that's the hexagon code. So we're just going to close that down. And now this is an individual piece of glass. So if I was to come over here and wanted to make another piece, I could just do that. Move that down. I don't know why I'm like... Anyways, then you're just going to pull that out again. Well, not that one. Make sure you're in duplication, because then you'll have to hit back to get back to where you are. So then you hit duplicate. Let's put some color in there so you can actually... Oops. There we go. And then we're going to stick our hand in there and go to properties again. And then we're just going to remove the script. And now we have a nice piece of colored glass. And we could put that anywhere we want to. We could break it down, and we could actually just make it smaller. And you could make your own window. You can make your own window, but it doesn't just stop there. Let me before I get to so you've seen the hamburger, but you might not realize, but this here is a piece of glass too. So you're not just limited on to small spaces. You can make some pretty big pieces with this tool. And look at that. You can then come in here and you can see the hamburger, and it'll dance if you move it. Anywho, yeah, I guess that's really it. That's all I really wanted to show, was how you make glass in Horizon, where the tool is, how the tool works. Like all the other videos that will come further and behind, all the information is left down at the bottom, and a link to this world. Knowing this is a free asset, if you'd still like to come, there will be a link to the world. And I'm going to start making a chain of doors or something here for all the videos I do. Anyways, I guess that's it in the long run. Everybody have a great day, and akamagash.